Hi, Dr. YASS here. In this video, I simply want to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year. For those suffering with chronic pain, I know this is a much harder feat to accomplish. For those who have been in chronic pain, who have had the opportunity to experience the YASS method, and have seen the results of returning to a normal, pain-free, fully functional life, I thank you. I sincerely appreciate the trust that you have given me. I realize how difficult a decision it is to be willing to move away from the existing medical system when they appear to have a monopoly, when it doesn't really matter what type of medical practitioner you go to, when they all simply look at an MRI result and automatically assume that that is the cause of your pain. So it doesn't matter how many opinions you've got. When you keep getting the same opinion, it's pretty hard to move away from believing that that is the right opinion. But I must tell you that in fact it is. And for those who have had the opportunity and were brave enough, and I mean that in the strongest terms, because I can't tell you how many of you have told me that your friends and family said simply go along with the system, get the surgery, and yet all of these people could not basically identify a positive success case in getting the surgery. And yet, because it is so culturally accepted that herniated disc, arthritis, the fake bone-on-bone diagnosis is the cause of the pain, everyone simply assumes it's the answer out. Those are people who have not had pain and have not run through the system and seen the extreme failings of the system. So for everybody who was strong enough, brave enough, had enough intuitiveness to recognize something just wasn't right about what they were being told and did their damnedest to try to reach out, search, and find the YASS method, I thank you. I am humbled by the opportunity. I am honored that I've been able to give you the proper path to a pain-free, fully functional life. And I simply ask that you help to try to spread the word, to create greater awareness that this exists. There are so many reasons that people end up staying within the system, even when they've had a failed surgery or two or even three. It is the sense that it is a monopoly and that there's no alternative. I've been really focusing on trying to understand why people stay within this and why roughly there's 130 million Americans and 1 billion people suffering from worldwide from chronic pain. And one of them is the sense that there is a monopoly. People don't recognize that when they go to the medical system and they're being told the stuff that they're being told about what's causing their pain, that they're simply accepting it based on faith because they're really not in a position to challenge the information being provided. So you have to really think within yourself, am I truly understanding what I'm being told? Does this make sense? Is it logical? Or is it simply I'm in pain, I'm desperate, and therefore I'll do whatever someone tells me just because maybe there's that chance it'll work? When you look at the overwhelming evidence in terms of the theoretical basis and clinical basis that the MRI is baseless, but beyond that, all the failings in the surgeries, the opioid epidemic, the number of people suffering from chronic pain, the levels of depression, hopelessness, suicide, all rising during this period of time, it should really make you recognize that just because it is doesn't necessarily mean it is correct. That's the other big concept that people have to take away. There have been multiple medical failings throughout the history of humankind lobotomies, boring holes in people's heads for headaches, thalidomide, which was a medication for anxiety given to pregnant women that created all deformities of babies. Even George Washington succumbed to the failings of the medical system and was bled to death by his doctors. So don't think that just because something is means it is real and valid and actually has a basis. The MRI is baseless. I defy anybody to come up against me and give me any kind of verifiable evidence, whether it's theoretical, clinical, or scientific, that there is any basis that it is finding the cause of pain and therefore treatments should work. It just doesn't exist, folks. And so for those who have not had the opportunity to try the YASS method, who maybe are just coming upon this video based on a Google search, I say please, please, please look into the YASS method. It is a complete method. It is a diagnostic and treatment model. It looks to interpret the presentation of the body's symptoms to identify what tissue is in distress, eliciting those symptoms, which is the way the body works. It makes so much more sense and is so much more accurate than just getting an MRI or an X-ray and assuming what was found is in fact the cause. It's just baseless, folks. So I just wish you all a happy and healthy new year. And for those in pain, may you find your path to reaching and understanding how to resolve that pain and return to a fully functional life, a life you so justly deserve. You didn't choose to be in pain. You simply haven't found the path, the right method to resolving its cause. Never think that chronic pain is the equivalent of chronic illness. Chronic illness is related to deterioration of a tissue. Chronic pain can only be seen as misdiagnosed acute pain. You must see this way. Pain is just a signal. It's not a tissue. It's a representation of a tissue in distress. So all it's saying when you have chronic pain is that the proper tissue has not been identified, and therefore the tissue in distress continues to be in distress. Why has it not been identified? You're using the wrong diagnostic method. So let's go into this year with hope, with a sense of new beginnings, and a sense that there is in fact a path to living a pain-free and fully functional life, and that is the YASS method. If you like this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, that's great. If you like my YouTube channel, Dr. Mitchell YASS, please subscribe to get notifications when new videos are added or when I'm live on YouTube. If you'd like to talk to me about your situation, maybe you have a question, or maybe you see the value in this and you'd like to set up a Skype or Zoom session to get an evaluation and treatment, you can contact me by email at drmitch@mitchellyass.com, drmitch at mitchellyass.com, drmitch@mitchellyass.com. All right, for now, Dr. Mitchell YASS wishing you a pain-free, fully functional life. Let's all get strong and well in the new year. Bye-bye for now.